Hey guys, it's the Animated Crafter, and today we're going to be playing the only list of Would You Rather questions that you need. As you can see, there's over 200 Would You Rather questions, and you can use them whenever you want and have fun with them. I mean, you can do it in a group with one friend next to you, you know, by yourself on a YouTube video like I'm doing. Just do anything with them. There's 200 of them, so I might make up part 2 or 4, depending on how long I can record this. So, let's get right into it. First, would you rather be always late 10 minutes or always be 20 minutes early? I'd rather be 20 minutes early because I'm on time. It's like at school. Would you rather be late every day or be early every day? Obviously, you'd want to be early because that'd be great for you. Would you rather lose all your money and valuables or all the pictures you've ever taken? I'd rather lose all my pictures because if I remember some of them that I want to remember, then I remember them. I don't need a picture to remind me, so I'd rather lose all my pictures. I'd rather lose all my pictures. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself? I'd rather be able to see 10 minutes into my own future because I see 10 minutes into my future. It could be anyone. It doesn't say you could choose anyone but yourself. You don't know what's going to happen. You probably won't even care. I'd rather see 10 minutes of my own future because then I could do something about it and change the future, or do nothing about it and have the same future. Paradoxes. Would you rather be famous when you are alive or forgotten when you die, or unknown when you are alive but famous after you die? I'd rather be famous when I'm alive because I can experience the fame, and I wouldn't care if I'm forgotten when I die because I'm dead. Would you rather go to jail for 4 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something horrible you did, but always live in fear of being caught? Well, the feeling of dread and the feeling of I did something wrong. Oh my God, they're gonna find out. Oh God, I wouldn't want to live with that, but I don't want to go to jail for 4 years for something I didn't do. That'd be unfair and cruel, you know? I'd rather do something horrible and live in fear of being caught because I have reasons. I'd rather be accidentally responsible for the death of a child or responsible for the death of 3 adults. Well, the thing is, sadly, if you're responsible for the death of 3 people, other than one, I'm not thinking of the age here, I'm thinking about how many people are dead. Okay, so if you're gonna kill either 1 child or 3 adults, then I'd rather be accidentally responsible for the death of 1 child. I don't want to be responsible for the death of 3 people than the death of 1 person. So, child. Let's see. Okay, alright, sorry about that. So, would you rather be accidentally responsible for... Okay, I'm gonna answer this one. I'd rather be responsible for the death of a child because I'd be killing 1 life, or I'd be responsible for 1 death other than 3. 1 death, not 3. It's about how many people die, not exactly if they're adult or child. I'd rather your shirts be always 2 sizes too big or too small. I'd rather my shirts be too small or too big, 2 sizes too big, because loose clothing feels way better than tight clothing. So, too big, not too small. Would you rather live in the wilderness far from civilization or live on the streets of a city as a homeless person? example, if you're living in the wilderness far from civilization, you're basically screwed. If you're living on the streets of a city as a homeless person, you're basically screwed. And if you're living in the wilderness, eventually somebody's gonna find out about it, and you're gonna be famous for living in the wilderness. If you're on the streets as a homeless person, people don't care about you, and they're like, oh, it's a homeless person, well, whatever. You know, nobody cares if you're a homeless person, they just walk by you. But people might care if they find out about you if you're living in the wilderness, so I'd rather live in the wilderness. Would you rather the general public think you're a homeless person, but your family be very proud of you, or your family think you're a homeless person, but the general public be very proud of you? I'd rather have the general public be very proud of me, because that's a lot of people that are proud of me more than a couple people. And if your family is proud of you, or not proud of you, it's like, you might not care, because they're your family, and sometimes families think their kids are horrible people. It's nothing new. Would you rather live your entire life in a virtual reality where all your wishes are granted, or in the real world? Well, if you could live your entire life in virtual reality where all your wishes are granted, so you'd be living in virtual reality. Like, you'd be eating, you'd be drinking, you'd do all that things with a ton of people if that's your wish. I live in a virtual reality where all my wishes are granted, like, cure every disease that's ever possible, everybody lives happy, blah, blah, blah. I'd rather live in a happy world like that than in the real world where people die, they get sick, all this bad stuff happens, I'd rather be alone for the rest of your life, or always be surrounded by annoying people. Always surrounded by annoying people, because then I have someone to talk to. And then, I can joke around and be annoying to them. Seems pretty easy. You know what I mean? But I'd rather never use social media sites or apps again, or never watch another movie or TV show. The thing is, what counts as a social media site? Because if it's like Snapchat, Instagram, those things that, you post stuff, get ton of follows, then I'd be fine with that, because nobody likes Twitter, Facebook, I don't care about Snapchat, or Twitter, or Instagram, or anything, so I'd rather never use social media sites if that counts as a social media site. If YouTube does not count as a social media site, then I'd never use social media sites again. Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else, or work for yourself and work incredibly hard? Easy job working for someone else, because somebody else is paying me. I have an easy job. It's easy. Seems great. Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet, or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease? The inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease. Would you rather have a horrible short-term memory, or a horrible long-term memory? This doesn't make sense. What does horrible mean? Like, horrible short-term memory? Like, I have a terrible short-term memory. I can remember a lot of stuff, because my short-term memory is terrible. Or a horrible long-term memory where I have a horrible long-term memory. I can't remember anything. Or does it mean, like, just forget the horrible and just have a short-term memory or a long-term memory? Because if that's the case, I have to have a long-term memory and I would remember everything. Would you rather be completely invisible for one day, or be able to fly for one day? I'd rather be able to fly for a day, because I can be able to fly. I don't have to be flying all the time. But if you'd rather be completely invisible, you would have to be invisible the entire day, 24 hours. And sure, you can freak people out by, like, touching them on the shoulder, or be like, walk up to them, hey, what you doing today? That's a nice Big Mac you have. And they'd be like, what the oh my god, I'm imagining things. I'm a crazy, insane psycho. Oh, crap. It'd be kind of fun if I could do that. But being able to fly, you could do so many things. You could you can fly across the country. It'd be so fun, you know? So I'd rather be able to fly for a day because I can fly anywhere I want to. That seems like way better than being invisible for the entire day for jokes and laughs. Would you rather be locked in a room that is constantly dark for a week or a room that is constantly bright for a week? I'd rather live in a room that's constantly bright because if it's constantly dark, you're going to be scared of all your fears. Because it's dark, you're gonna think that you're in a nightmare. You're gonna be terrified. But if your room is constantly bright, you probably couldn't get any sleep. But you would be kind of happy, I guess, waiting for, when you get out of there. So I'd rather live in a room that's constantly bright. Would you rather be poor but help people, or become incredibly rich by hurting people? Thing is, everybody wants to be rich, but if I had to be incredibly rich by hurting people, that's not something I would do. So I'd rather be poor but help people. Would you rather live without the internet or live without AC and heating? Live without AC and heating. There's a thing called windows, and there's a thing called blankets and jackets that can keep you warm. But if you have no internet, you have no internet. No alternatives. Just no internet for the rest of your life. I'd rather live without AC and heating. Would you rather have a horrible job, but able to retire comfortably in 10 years, or have your dream job, but have to work until the day you die? I'd rather have a terrible job, but be able to retire comfortably in 10 years. Instead of a dream job. Or, actually, my dream job would be to be an actor. If I can act until the day I die, I'd probably get, an award for that. I'd probably get, Genius World Record or something. A world record, whatever like that. And it would probably be pretty fun acting when I'm 100 years old. I'd rather be able to have my dream job, but have to work until the day I die. Because acting seems fun. Would you rather find your true love or a suitcase with $5 million inside? The thing is, it's asking you, would you rather find your true love or $5 million? The thing is, if you would rather, if you find $5 million, that's in a suitcase, that's something that's not going to happen, most likely in your life. But it doesn't say you won't find true love if you take the $1 million. So if I would take the $5 million and find true love myself. Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere or be able to read minds? These both have great things you can. If you could teleport anywhere, you wouldn't have to walk. If you have to go somewhere, boom. If you have to go to that place, boom. You want to go to that place, boom, you're there. But if you're able to read minds, nobody could ever lie to you. You know anything you want to. It'd be so weak. I'd rather be able to teleport anywhere. Because that seems like so many opportunities that I can't pass up. Would you rather die in 20 years with no regrets or die in 50 years with many regrets? If I die in 20 years, I'd be 32. If I die in 50 years, I'd be 62. I'd rather die when I'm 62. Would you rather be feared by all or loved by all? How is this even a question? If you're feared by all, then somebody's probably going to try and kill you. If you're loved by all, nobody's going to try and kill you. Duh. I'd rather be loved by all. Would you rather know when you're going to die or how you're going to die? There's no point in learning how you're going to die, because you can't change that. But the thing is, if you know how you're gonna die, then it's gonna be incredibly painful if it's something supposed to be painful. If you get ran over by a car, you'd be scared of cars for your whole life. If you're gonna suffocate, you're gonna be scared of water or something. If you're gonna die by getting robbed, you're never gonna have anything good on you because you don't want to get robbed. You'd be always in fear of the thing that's your death. I'd rather know the time so I know when my time is up. I can do anything I want to, and on the day I die, I'll just do everything I want to do in life that I haven't done already. You know? I'd rather be transported permanently 500 years into the future or 500 years into the past. I'd rather travel 500 years into the future because 500 years in the past would be boring as HE double hockey sticks. I'd rather never be able to use a touchscreen or a keyboard and mouse. Never be able to use a keyboard and mouse. Because touchscreen, they can have keyboards, so I'd rather be able to control fire. What's the point of controlling water? Like, oh hey, you're shooting my friend. Splash. What do you mean that didn't do anything? But you can control fire. You're hurting my friend. Ember flies into his face. Oh my god! No, you run away scared. I'd rather be able to control fire. That has so many more uses than being able to control water. I'd rather have everything you eat be too salty or not salty enough. I'd rather have everything I eat not be salty enough because I don't want to get diabetes or anything. So if it's not salty enough, I wouldn't care because I don't care about salt. I'd rather have hands that kept growing as you got older or feet that kept growing as you got older. If you have hands that keep growing as you get older, when you're like 60 or something, you're gonna have like 50-foot hands or something, and your hands are gonna be like, ugh, and you're gonna be like, I can't do anything with my hands because they're too heavy for my arms. But the same thing you do with your feet. But, the thing is, if you have feet that way, your legs wouldn't be able to lift it, but you wouldn't topple over because something on your body is too big. So, I'd rather have feet because I don't want to topple over because my hands are too big. I'd rather have unlimited sushi for life or unlimited tacos for life. I'd rather have unlimited tacos for life. I've never tasted sushi, but I know it's fish. I don't really like fish. I'd rather have unlimited tacos because Taco Tuesday. I'd rather be unlimited to use search engines or social media. Social media. Bathing for a month or internet. Well, I have gone bathing for. I have not bathed in a month before. Like, I have done that. So, I'd rather give up bathing for a month. I'd rather donate your body to science or donate your organs. Well, if I donate my body to science, it's probably going to be a reason why I need to donate my body. So, donate my body to science. Would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now, or know now, or... I think they totally messed up on this. Because, would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now, or learn, or know now, or now know everything your future self will learn? Would you rather relive the same day for 365 days, or lose a year of your life? Do you get to choose which day? Because if you choose, the best day of your life for the whole year, that'd be great. Would you rather have a golden voice or a silver tongue? What does golden voice even mean? I'm talking metallic tones or what? It's so rich and beautiful that my voice is the best. Because if that's what it implies, then I'd rather have a golden voice. Because if I have a silver tongue, it's going to be like, I can't move my tongue, I can't talk right. Would you rather be able to control animals with your mind or control animals? Who cares if I can control electronics? I don't know how to control animals. Would you ever be suddenly elected a senator or suddenly become a CEO of a major company? You won't have any more knowledge about how to do their job than you do right now. Which company? If I can become a CEO of YouTube or something? Oh my god, that'd be great. So, CAO. Would you rather sell all of your possessions or sell one of your organs? Well, it doesn't say if you sell all your possessions, you can't buy them back. If you sell all your possessions, you're gonna have the same amount of money to be able to buy them back. So, I'd rather sell all my possessions. Would you rather lose all your memories from birth to now, or lose your ability to make new long-term memories? I'd rather lose all my memories from birth. I'd rather be famous in history books or be forgotten after my death. I'd rather never have to work again or never have to sleep again. Never have to work again. I'd rather be beautiful, or wait, I'm kind of already am beautiful, or handsome but stupid. Well, it doesn't define stupid for me. Because if you're beautiful or handsome to everyone, that's great. But stupid, does stupid mean, oh, I don't know anything? Doesn't mean I make stupid jokes, or doesn't mean I talk stupid, I'm assuming it means I make stupid jokes, so I'd rather be handsome but stupid. Okay, here's where I'm going to end the video, because I'm making a part 2, because I can't get ad revenue, so because more videos equals more views equals more subscribers equals more fame, so part 2, here I'm coming. So, here's the last question. Would you rather get one free trip international plane ticket every year, be able to... I think it said, would you rather get one free plane ride every year, be able to fly domestic anytime? This is a stupid question. I'm gonna skip this one. Okay, that's so stupid. Would you rather be fluent in all languages and never be able to travel, or be able to travel anywhere for a year but never be able to learn a word of a different language? I'd rather be able to travel anywhere for a year but never be able to learn a word of a different language. Would you rather have an unlimited international first class ticket or never have to pay for food or... never have to pay for food at restaurants, because you could go anywhere and be like, give me a burger, thanks, bye. Would you rather see what was behind every closed door, but to guess the combination of every safe? I'd rather guess the combination of every safe on the first try, because I could break into anywhere. I can open anything on the first try. Would you rather live in a virtual reality where you're all powerful, or live in the real world and be able to go anywhere but not be able to interact with anyone or anything? Virtual reality where I'm all powerful, I can interact with stuff and stuff. Oh wait, okay, here's the last one. Would you rather never be able to eat meat or never be able to eat vegetables? Never be able to eat meat, because if I wouldn't be able to eat vegetables, I'd probably die. Because, stuff. Would you rather give up watching TV/movies for a year or give up playing games for a year? This is a hard one, because there's so many... Do I get to choose which year? Because I could just go back in time. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to use technology when I was a baby. Yeah. And I'd be fine. Or can I choose which year in the future? I can't do that when I'm going for an acting job there. Or would you rather give up playing games for a year? I'd rather give up playing games for a year. That's more practical. Okay, last one. Would you rather always be able to see 5 minutes into the future or always be able to see 100 years into the future? Is this even a question? Why would I want to see 5 minutes in my future if I could see 100 years into the... Thing is, I wouldn't care if I could see 100 years into the future. I'd rather see 5 minutes into the future, so I know what's going to happen 5 minutes later, and I can stop that. Or cause it if I want to. Okay. Well, I'm at the end of the video, so... Goodbye, Deb.